Welcome to Acemyexams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
Study the stimulus below and answer the questions that follow. The importance of learning hard and soft skills business. Leaders and hiring professionals have an old saying that sums up the proficiencies needed for employment. Hard skills will get you the interview, soft skills will get you the job. Indeed, both hard and soft skills play an equal role in employment. Question: write paragraphs on unemployment. Use the following as a guideline. State the difference between soft skills and hard skills, provide an example of each. Do not use the example from the article above. Unemployment is a significant socioeconomic issue that continues to affect individuals and societies worldwide. It refers to the situation where individuals who are capable and willing to work are unable to find suitable employment. Understanding the differences between soft skills and hard skills is crucial in addressing unemployment. Employers look for candidates who not only possess the technical expertise needed for the job, but also the ability to work well with others, solve problems, and manage their time effectively. Soft skills are non-technical skills that describe how you work and interact with others. These skills are often interpersonal and relational, making them crucial in various job settings. For instance, effective communication is a vital soft skill that enables individuals to convey ideas clearly and listen actively, fostering better teamwork and collaboration. Social skills, another example, help individuals to navigate and manage relationships, creating a harmonious work environment. Teamwork, problem-solving, time management, and decision-making are also essential soft skills that contribute to an individual's ability to work effectively in a group, resolve conflicts, manage schedules, and make informed choices. In contrast, hard skills are specific, teachable abilities that let you tackle job-specific duties and responsibilities. These skills are often acquired through education, training, or on-the-job experience. For example, proficiency in computer software is a hard skill that is highly valued in many technical and administrative roles. Graphic design is another hard skill that requires a specific set of tools and creative abilities, crucial for creating visual content. Data analysis, project management, marketing, copywriting, teaching, and administrative skills are also examples of hard skills. These skills are often measurable and directly applicable to particular job functions. Question: analyze how researching a prospective workplace could assist you in a job interview. Researching a prospective workplace before a job interview is crucial for multiple reasons. First, getting an idea of the company's profile from their website provides valuable information about how the company is structured. Understanding the organizational framework allows you to demonstrate how the position you are applying for aligns with the company's objectives. By showing that you have a clear understanding of the company's goals and structure, you can convincingly argue that you are the most appropriate coworker for the role. Furthermore, knowledge of how the company's services or products have evolved over time can be advantageous. Discussing these changes during the interview highlights your awareness of the company's production and management processes. This not only demonstrates that you are not a newcomer to the field, but also shows that you have a deep understanding of the company's operations. Such insights can position you as an ideal candidate, as they reflect your proactive approach and commitment to staying informed about industry trends. Additionally, responding to interview questions by referring to the company's mission statement can be highly effective. The mission statement embodies the fundamental values that guide the company's operations. By aligning your responses with these values, you show that you identify with and accept the company's operational principles. This assures the interviewers that you share the same ethical standards and would not cause any ethical conflicts in the workplace if employed. Demonstrating this alignment can significantly increase your chances of being perceived as a harmonious fit for the company's culture. Look at the stimulus below and answer the questions that follow. Former City of Cape Town employees, company director in court over 46 million rands corruption case. 2 former municipal officials and a company director have appeared in a Cape Town court in connection with a 46 million rands corruption case. The men, along with a juristic person, the company, appeared in the Cape Town Magistrates Court. Their court appearance came after warrants of arrest were issued against them stemming from allegations of fraud and corruption, which the Forensic Division of the City of Cape Town reported to the Hawks. Write paragraphs on fraud and corruption. Use the following as a guideline. Question: state the difference between fraud and corruption and provide an example of each. Fraud and corruption, while often related, are distinct concepts with specific characteristics and implications. Fraud is the deliberate act of deception for personal gain, typically involving falsification, concealment, destruction, or the use of falsified documents. An example of fraud would be lying on your CV to secure a job. This act involves providing false information to deceive the employer into offering a position that might not have been awarded if the true information had been disclosed. Corruption, on the other hand, is the abuse of public power or position for private benefit. It involves various unethical practices, such as taking bribes to award contracts, favoritism or nepotism in job appointments, victimization, and aiding suppliers to commit fraud. For instance, a public official accepting bribes to grant a lucrative contract to a particular company is engaging in corruption. This misuse of authority undermines trust in public institutions and can lead to significant economic and social harm. Question: analyze the role that society could play in preventing fraud and corruption in the workplace. Society can play a crucial role in preventing fraud and corruption in the workplace through various mechanisms that promote ethical behavior and accountability to foster a culture of transparency and integrity, thereby help mitigate unethical practices that undermine organizational effectiveness and public trust. The following actions may be taken by society to prevent fraud and corruption in the workplace. Firstly, society can help prevent nepotism and cronyism by setting high expectations for the appointment of suitably qualified candidates to positions within companies. When the public demands merit-based recruitment, companies are compelled to consider only the most qualified candidates, thereby discouraging unethical recruitment practices. This ensures that the best talent is employed, fostering a fair and competitive work environment. Furthermore, society can maintain public scrutiny to deter workers and employers from misusing company resources for personal gain. Knowing that their actions are being observed by society can discourage individuals from engaging in such misconduct, thus safeguarding the company from unnecessary losses. This vigilance helps maintain the financial health and integrity of the organization. Public expectations also play a vital role in discouraging the acceptance of bribes for positions or favors. For example, the public may discourage workers and employers from accepting bribes for positions or favors done. When society expects companies to operate honestly, it keeps them in check, encouraging them to uphold a good reputation. This external pressure promotes a culture of integrity and fairness, reducing instances of bribery and corruption. Additionally, the public may take a stance against illegal transactions to prevent the misuse of company credentials for fraudulent activities. Most people do not want to be associated with illegal dealings, and such a stance will contribute to the eradication of such practices in the workplace, resulting in an environment where unlawful actions are not tolerated and ethical standards are upheld. Societal intolerance for unethical behavior also prevents individuals from misusing the company's reputation to promote personal agendas. When workers and employers are aware that the public condemns such actions, they become more mindful of their conduct. This ensures that the workplace code of conduct is taken seriously, fostering an environment of professionalism and ethics. Lastly, societies can demand for transparency in the management of organizational funds, particularly those intended for community development, to prevent mismanagement and embezzlement. Public expectations for clear and honest handling of funds compel those in leadership positions to deal decisively with unethical practices and strive towards a corruption-free workplace. Question: critically discuss the possible consequences that corruption can have on a person's career. Corruption can have devastating consequences on a person's career, impacting both professional reputation and personal life in the following ways. One of the most immediate effects is the erosion of trust among colleagues and superiors in the workplace. When an individual is involved in corrupt activities, their reputation can be irreparably damaged. This loss of trust means that they may struggle to find employment elsewhere, as prospective employers often value integrity highly. The difficulty in securing new employment can place significant financial and emotional strain on the individual and their family, further exacerbating the personal toll of their actions. Additionally, corruption can lead to criminal charges, resulting in a criminal record. This legal consequence makes the person a less attractive candidate to potential employers, who may be wary of hiring someone with a known history of unethical behavior. The stigma of a criminal record suggests unreliability and dishonesty, characteristics that most employers are keen to avoid in their workforce. This situation can severely limit the individual's career opportunities and overall employability. Within their current employment, a person found guilty of corruption could face demotion. This demotion can lead to decreased motivation and engagement in their work, as they may feel undervalued and resentful. A decline in performance is often noticeable to employers, making the individual a prime candidate for retrenchment during times of organizational downsizing. The cumulative effect of demotion, lack of motivation, and potential job loss can derail a person's career trajectory and financial stability. Furthermore, involvement in corruption can severely hinder a person's chances of receiving promotions. Professional growth and development are often tied to the ability to advance within an organization. When an individual is known for unethical behavior, they are unlikely to be considered for higher positions. This stagnation not only limits their career development, but also deprives them of the financial benefits and increased responsibilities that come with promotions, leading to long-term professional stagnation. Lastly, corruption can strip an individual of their status as a role model within the workplace. Once admired for their skills or leadership, a person tainted by corruption can become the subject of negative conversations among colleagues. This shift in perception can lead to demotivation and a reluctance to aspire to leadership or mentoring roles in the future. The loss of role model status not only affects the individual's self-esteem, but also their ability to positively influence and lead others, further diminishing their career prospects. Write paragraphs on domestic violence. Use the following questions as a guideline. Question: define domestic violence and give reasons why both men and women could become victims of domestic violence. Domestic violence can be defined as violent or aggressive behavior within the home, involving the abuse of a spouse or partner. It involves a range of abuses, including physical, sexual, emotional, psychological, and economic harassment. Both men and women may become victims of domestic violence due to the following factors. One factor is physical strength. Men and women may use their physical power to dominate or abuse their partners. This can lead to a situation where one partner feels threatened or overpowered, resulting in physical abuse as a means to exert control. Unequal power relations in the home can also contribute to domestic violence. When one partner holds more power, whether through economic means, social status, or other influences, they may use this power to dominate or abuse the other person. This imbalance creates a dynamic where abuse becomes a tool to maintain control. Substance abuse is another significant factor. The use of drugs or alcohol can lead to heightened aggression and impaired judgment, resulting in conflict situations that escalate to physical and verbal abuse. Substance abuse often exacerbates underlying issues, leading to more frequent and severe instances of violence. The acceptability of violence as a means to resolve conflict is a troubling factor. Some individuals, both men and women, may view violence as a legitimate way to address disagreements or frustrations. This mindset perpetuates a cycle of abuse, where violent responses become normalized. Unemployment can create a stressful environment that increases the risk of domestic violence. Financial strain and the pressures of joblessness can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration, which may manifest as physical and emotional abuse towards one's partner. Question: discuss why many cases of domestic violence are not reported by the victims. Many cases of domestic violence go unreported by victims for a variety of reasons. One key reason is the belief that reporting will not lead to any meaningful help. Victims often know others who have reported domestic violence only to find that they were not assisted, which creates a sense of futility. Additionally, the slow response times of police and other social services further discourage victims from seeking help, as they feel that immediate assistance and protection will not be provided. The scarcity of resources for those who have been physically or sexually violated is another significant barrier. In many communities, social services designed to assist victims of domestic violence are limited. This lack of support infrastructure leaves victims with few places to turn for help and protection. Furthermore, not all police officers are trained to handle domestic violence cases effectively, leading victims to feel that they are not receiving the understanding and support they need when they do seek help. The perception of domestic violence as a private affair also contributes to underreporting. Many victims believe that they can resolve the issues on their own without involving outside authorities. This mindset is often reinforced by societal attitudes that regard domestic issues as personal matters that should be kept within the family. Perpetrators often engage in emotional manipulation, making it difficult for victims to report the abuse. After an incident of violence, the abuser may become remorseful and apologetic, convincing the victim that it will not happen again. This cycle of abuse and apology can create false hope and make victims reluctant to report the violence, fearing that doing so will disrupt the possibility of reconciliation. Financial dependence is a crucial factor in why many victims do not report domestic violence. High unemployment rates and economic instability mean that many victims rely on their abusers for financial support. The fear of losing economic stability, the ability to pay for basic necessities, and the cost of separation or relocation are significant deterrents. Victims may choose to endure the abuse rather than face the financial uncertainty that might result from leaving the abuser. Question: propose 2 practical strategies on how society can ensure that the dignity and security of victims of domestic violence are upheld as reflected in the Bill of Rights. The following strategies can be employed by society to ensure that the dignity and security of victims of domestic violence are upheld as reflected in the Bill of Rights. The community must prioritize creating safe and easily accessible places for reporting domestic violence. These locations should be available to all individuals to ensure that victims can access them without difficulty and at minimal or no cost. Safe environments foster a sense of security and confidentiality, encouraging victims to come forward and report incidents of domestic violence. Reporting procedures should be designed to be user-friendly, simple, and effective to instill confidence in victims to report domestic violence. A streamlined and straightforward process can significantly reduce the intimidation and confusion that victims might feel. Additionally, encouraging people to share their positive experiences after reporting can serve as a powerful motivator for others. Knowing that others have successfully navigated the system and received help can empower victims to speak out immediately, ensuring that their cases are addressed promptly. It is also crucial that domestic violence cases are handled as swiftly as possible. Prompt action ensures that victims receive immediate assistance, which can prevent the situation from escalating into prolonged suffering. Quick resolution and intervention can protect victims from continued violence, providing them with the necessary support and safety they need. By addressing cases urgently, the community can demonstrate its commitment to upholding the dignity and security of domestic violence victims, aligning with the principles outlined in the Bill of Rights. Furthermore, creating awareness through information and education programs about the nature and unacceptability of domestic violence is essential. These programs can strengthen community support and solidarity in the fight against domestic violence. Educating the public on recognizing signs of abuse, understanding the impact of domestic violence, and promoting zero tolerance can create a more informed and proactive community. Increased awareness can lead to a stronger collective effort to combat domestic violence, supporting victims and preventing further abuse.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.